Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Knowledge Relationships Talks of Tuesdays. Here, we bring the toxicity. And if you guys are here, that means you guys are some toxic individuals and you guys need to seek like professional counseling.
You toxic bastards. No, what's good, man? Saw that thumbnail. That shit kind of crazy.
Yeah, man. I've seen some husbands before, but this one actually goes to a higher level.
So what is it? The moms like flirting with the kids and shit, or they got some weird relationships.
It's a little bit of both. Because once you start flirting with your child, you're automatically classified like as a weirdo, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's got to be solid boundaries with parent and child. I don't understand some of these like new dynamics. It's even like that Diddy documentary, man. Him and his mom had a weird relationship. So yeah, people overstepped them lines, man. They want to be friends, uh, dating, all that weird shit. Yeah, this get weird out here, man.
Yeah, definitely. Making their sons their plus ones and all that.
Yeah, fuck that.
But before we even go even further, I gotta shout outs to one of the two first toxic people, man, that came up to the channel. We
What's
got
good,
Wash.
100? What's good, Marcus?
Salutes to you. He says, "Hit that like button, or you're a hater." Definitely, man. If you toxic, hit that like button. Salutes to Marcus as well too, man. Appreciate you guys, man, for rocking with us.
So before you jump in the video, man, when you was growing up, did you see a lot of this type of shit going on? Or do you think like people kind of understood the boundaries, like parent, child? We don't cross those like lines.
I feel like growing up, I didn't really experience like a lot of foolery until past like my 30s.
Okay.
So I feel like as like social media started progressing and TikTok coming out um and people just trying to make a come up with everything, it's like they're okay with just doing like weird stuff.
Yeah,
But
I have to say
do it.
probably around my 30s, like you said, around that time frame. Because yeah, like I said, growing up, man, there used to be a clear divide.
Yeah.
Parents were, it seemed like they wanted they stayed in that parent lane. You did have some parents that wanted to be friends, but it was like none of this over the top shit. So yeah, it's like not till I got into my, I'll say like late 30s. Yeah, like mid to late.
Yeah. My mom made it clear, man, we ain't friends, you know.
Yeah, my parents, it was none of that the joking shit. Like until you got out of the house, you became a productive adult, then that's where like
Yeah.
respectable like relationship where man you crack some jokes, but till then the motherfucker they wasn't having it. And pretty much, man, that's how I was, man. It was funny because I was talking to my son because he like 24 now,
Okay.
going to school and shit. So he's starting to understand all the dynamics. But he was like, yeah, he was like, I'm glad you was. He was like, I always thought you was like mean and shit, but he's like, now I kind of understand it. He was like, I'm glad you was like that. He's like, it makes sense because he's like, yeah, I see a lot of my friends. He's like, they soft. I was like, yeah, no. I was like, man, the world a cold place, man. You gotta have that like line. You gotta make sure, like, especially when you raising a man. I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you gonna face them dynamics. You gonna look back if somebody raised you right. You gonna be like, all right, I understand. Yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we were having that conversation. So he was like, yeah, a lot of his friends that had like those friendship dynamics, man. He was like, they doing terrible, man, because they kind of never like their parents never made them like grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have those responsibilities and stuff. So yeah, he was talking about that. He was like, nah, thank you. I was like, hell yeah, we ain't no friends out here like you said.
Yeah, for sure, man. Hey,
He was like, yeah, I thought you was the meanest person. I was like, nah, I was giving you that structure. So yeah, you could definitely see the dynamics when people get older. When kids like who had them like I think that was like kind of coddled and shit. Oh, they be struggling in adulthood.
Right. Nah, I feel you, man. But still, I mean, shouts to you being like a mean motherfucker, though, right? You
Oh,
know.
you got to, man. That's what I told her. I was like, hey, I had to raise you right. I didn't try to have you out here losing.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, this is a cold world out here. That's why I was like,
Even the dog is like, man, I could contest to that, man. Jerk's a mean fucker, man.
yeah, that dog going off.
Nah, but yeah, I mean, without further ado, man, you know, hopefully you had a good lunch, man, because yeah, this shit's gonna be disgusting.
Man, that's some weirdo shit.
Yeah. All right, man. Without further ado, this is all in the active fair use, and also I gotta give respect where respect is due. Shout outs to Young Don Reacts, you know, YDR. Again, as you can see, man, I've been following his content lately, and
yeah, you better send that man a cash app for you. He put hands on you. He be like, oh, this motherfucker reviewing my shit.
right.
What's his name? Young Don?
Yeah. Some people call him like YDR for short, but yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna send him a cash app so he don't beat your ass. He be like, all right, I'm gonna put hands on this M3 motherfucker. He's like, I respect him, like review my content, but son over there, like, yeah, don't get beat up out here. You better throw that nigga a check.
Yeah, I'll let you escape from one light skinned man to another. So, but yeah, man, without further ado, man, let's go ahead, man. We're gonna continue this video.
You said you're hungry? Okay, let's go get something to eat. Oh, what do you mean? Why you trying to take my pants off? Stop, man! Stop! I haven't even took a shower yet. Yeah. What you mean you don't care if it's musty? Babe, you're freaky as fuck. Stop.
Okay, real quick.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, so we're going there. So real quick, I do have to put this out there because you know, this is not a reflection on us. So here we go. So please be advised that what we discuss is not political, clinical, financial, medical, nor legal advice.
Scary Negro. It's a scary Negro spill.
Hey, man. You know, YouTube's like Big Daddy around here, man. I'm also no Diddy, but still, ain't try to get caught up. But anyways, this is for information and entertainment purposes. Make sure you guys smash that like button, like Wanja Watt says, or else you are a hater. And then also, please be advised the opinions and the panelists and the guests in chat are not necessarily the viewpoints of knowledge and relationships. So there we go. We don't condone stud husbands type of relationships. So,
but that first lady, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think even though she's filming this clip as like a little joke and stuff, I feel what's the people that come damn, I forgot the name, where they check on the kids. It start with a C. I forgot the name of them though. Like if somebody call, report them.
You mean CPS?
Nah, is it CPS? It might be, man. Yeah, I can't remember. It sound like that.
Okay.
They need to come take that kid, man.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that you in there with some musty cooch with your kid in the car like that is like, man, we need your kid. Let's go.
Like, what we doing?
Yeah, you got to rewind that back, man. Yeah, go back on that. But yeah, that's some weird shit.
All right. Well, this was at the beginning, so yeah, we'll go ahead and rewind.
Yeah, just go back.
You said you're hungry? Okay, let's go get something to eat. Oh, what do you mean? Why you trying to take my pants off? Stop, man! Stop! I haven't even took a shower yet. Yeah. What you mean you don't care if it's musty? Babe, you're freaky as fuck. Stop.
Yeah, that's straight L.
I know.
TikTok boy moms need to be stopped. Video by Cameron. Yes, sir. Yeah, you know, we've spoken about this epidemic, this problem before. Oh, okay. I'm already not liking how this one started. It's getting worse.
Over there to that bench. One thing I won't fall over right now.
All right, I'm already regretting this video.
You better take. You let me go. I promise to God. She promised to God.
My man got on skinny
Oh,
jeans,
nah,
and his mom
man.
got love handles.
Not with the sagging pants.
I know.
Oh, she kissing him. She's kissing him. Yeah, she want to fuck her son. She do. Mm-hmm.
I got to pause real quick, right? I mean, what can you really say about that type of affection? I know sometimes
Affection?
like,
There ain't no fucking affection. That's boy, if my mom ever even thought about like, yeah, that's just strange, man.
yeah,
I wouldn't have been done like, you know how somebody try to jump in your arms and you just like push them like mid-air, mid-flight. Yeah, that shit would have never. Yeah, this is some weird stuff, man.
yeah, man.
These dads got to be out of these kids' lives. Because if I seen something like this, I'm pulling up ASAP. Like, give me my kid.
I mean, shit, it could be even worse. I mean, who's behind the camera? Feminist. It could probably be dad himself.
Nah. There's no way in hell. Like,
All right.
unless that man like straight beta, like he on some Kris Jenner shit. Because there's no dad that's like recorded this that's like cool with this. Because if this lady's good, man, think about it. If she's doing this, she's like you said, this affectionate, if you want to call it that, with a kid, crossing these type of boundaries.
Yeah.
She definitely fucking somebody at work. Like, she cheated on you like 10 times. Like, if she crossed these boundaries as a parent, yeah, she getting her back blown out by like every dude at the radius. So yeah, that.
Damn. Okay.
Because these would be the ones that cross these lines, man. Because
Yeah.
man, I don't know if you keep up with the news, man. You see all these like female teachers, man, that's getting caught with like these young ass students and stuff.
I think we cover some of them too, though. But no,
Yeah. I know we're gonna go into it, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's that mentality. Because it's like, man, they're always seeking attention, man. And when they cross them boundaries and stuff, and they want to be like friends and flirtatious like that. Yeah, man, it's just like something's off in their mind, man. It's almost like they still stuck in like junior high school, man, with kids and stuff. So they're seeking that type of attention from like you're playing out the sons are the sons' friends, that weird shit. So yeah, it's a weird dynamic, man.
You know what I've been noticing a lot lately, and it's probably a video that we may need to cover this, but either him or Berto, right? One of those guys had covered this, but it was a epidemic where women are just so down bad and they can't really find a potential mate. So they're going on dates by themselves. They're claiming they're having a good time, but at the end, you're sitting in the car like Derek Jackson in the dark, and then you just crying and boo-hooing because no man approached you, and you wanted to go out there in hopes that a stranger would have gave them some dick or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was the female that got rejected at the bar.
Well, no, it's another one.
Oh shit, okay. Damn.
But this was like, I mean, I guess you might as well say like a rejection because none of these dudes approached them, and now they're getting mad because now they're looking for the nice guys, right? The quote unquote nice guys to approach them, but now the nice guys are not approaching them like that, like they used to. So yeah, they're going down bad, and I wouldn't be surprised, man, if like some of them are grooming their sons, man, to like give them that type of what you call it? I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a high. You know what I mean? That dope.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, dopamine. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Nah, that's fact, man. Because there was this documentary, man. Me and my wife was watching it, and it was like this girl's mom was so bored at being at home, and she was kind of so attached. Like she was used to getting like attention when she was growing up in high school.
Yeah.
That it's almost like being an adult kind of just like bored her, man. She was just like, I think missing that youth and stuff. So her daughter started getting like these weird texts. She had her and her boyfriend. So like it was escalating it. But towards the end of the documentary, man, they found out it was the mom, and the mom pretty much had a crush on her boyfriend and shit. So that's why I'm saying it's just like a lot of these females, man. I don't think it because she was married and all that. But like I said, I think some people, man, they hate their dynamics, and then she kind of like had a resentment for her daughter because she was texting her daughter, "You little ugly bitch." He's never gonna want to hit that. She was doing that type of stuff in the document. Man, I gotta find the name of that. Yeah, me and my wife was like, this shit is crazy. But she was just going in on her daughter. She's like, "Oh, he ain't gonna want to tap that ass. Oh, you can't suck a dick." So when they found out it was her that was doing it, everybody was just shocked. But then some people spoke up. They were like, man, she was always the center of attention growing up. And then, you know, when you become adult, you know, everybody starts, you know, like her husband, he was going to work. It's almost like, man, they resent still being an adult. So it's not like they can't go out and get dick. You know, it's just they want that young type of attention. Because think about it, a man that's on his purpose, man, he can't stop and cater to your emotions and your needs all the damn time. Because like I said, we got responsibilities. So I think in their mind, you know, the only person that could kind of fill that void is like a dude that ain't got no job or a little kid. So I think that's why they end up, you know, like you said, latching on to the sons. Their friends are like young dudes, like Tracy Ross and them. That's why they want them YNs. It's not because like they doing something special. It's because they got an abundance of fucking time. Because they ain't got no job. So these motherfuckers is mentally messed up. But then they'll tell you got to have all these preferences and shit. So that's the work part about all this. They be like, man, I want a guy that's a provider and all this. Then when you do that, it's like, I ain't getting enough attention. So let me go get this young dick. This motherfucker that they ain't got no job and beat none of them preferences. So yeah, these motherfuckers crazy.
There was like another video about that as well too, because there was one woman who had it all. She literally had it all. And her friend was pretty much like went on social media to talk about it. Her husband was working, but he was working too much. So imagine your woman telling you, "Hey man, like you work too much. I need more time of you." But you can't give her time because you're working to try to provide all these things: the house, the family dog, everything that she wanted. You was there to provide that for her, but it wasn't enough for her. So she filed for a divorce. And she wanted to go out with these clubs, mess around. Let's just say mess around these YNs or whatever, right? And now she complaining about these people in the club. They party too much. They don't take life seriously, and she needs a man that's gonna be grounded. But you already had the man that was grounded, but now you pass him on to someone else. Someone else saw the potential and snagged him up. And now she's upset because the husband moved on. Now he has a new wife, a girlfriend or whatever, in less than 5 months. And he's living his life. Of course, the other woman's a single mom or whatever, that he got the new one. But I think they also had kids together as well too. So, but it's never enough.
Oh yeah. No, that documentary, I found it. It's called Unknown Number on Netflix. It's called The High School Catfish. Yeah, with the mom was doing all that stuff. Oh, damn. But yeah, she was all in the boyfriend's face and stuff. So yeah, it was like a weird dynamic, man. But it kind of reminded me of some of this stuff, man. The mentality.
So it's called High School Catfish?
It's called Unknown Number, The High School Catfish. But yeah, it had a weird twist, man. Because yeah, during the whole documentary, the cops are called. They're like, damn, man, we could figure out. They're like combing through all the friends. Like, who y'all beefing with? They're interviewing all these girls in the high school. Come to find out it was the mom that was like texting her own daughter like nasty shit. Mm-hmm. Almost to the point where it's like that little girl was like thinking about like taking pills and stuff. Cause you know, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, no, it's definitely a weird dynamic mentally. So yeah, people are crazy. But yeah, we can jump back in the video. Yeah, it just remind me of all that stuff, man.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I'm gonna skip a couple of like clips as well too, but let's go.
Aren't fine toddlers. They're cute toddlers. That's it. You got cute toddlers. You don't got fine toddlers. This is a sickness.
I feel like there's a better
Oh,
word.
with the kiss on the lips. I don't think it's too crazy to kiss your kid on the lips. I've never kissed none of my kids on the lips, bro. I got a 3-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old. Never. You feel me? My wife hasn't either. I've never seen her do that. This is
Than the word fine to call your son.
Right.
That word being handsome. Are we forgetting that handsome still works?
Yeah,
Maybe she just
handsome,
didn't.
pretty, beautiful. All of these are fine for a child, but fine, it's like sexual. You know, it's like calling a baby sexy. Ugh.
Maybe she just didn't know a better word. I'm gonna give her benefit of the doubt. But if she did know a better word, yet she still chose to use.
You think she doesn't know other words, bro?
Yeah, fine is weird.
I feel like that's just flat out weird. Handsome is a word that's 10 times better than fine. I know the dictionary definition of fine is something of high quality, but that's not how people use it now. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but fine is a slang term that girls and guys use to call
No one has ever called anybody fine and wasn't like, you know, insinuating a more mature, more adult kind of like thinking some shit look good. You feel me? Like, come on.
one attractive. And I feel like just calling your kid that is just weird. Actually, if you look up the difference between the word handsome and the word fine, here's actually what Google says.
You're doing too much. You're already doing too much. We don't even need definitions, bro. Come on. Anyone trying to fight for this shit, they're sticking to you. The Jamaican almost came out. Them sicking out of the head. They're sick in the head. You feel me?
Very attractive or good looking. Y'all get the point. So I went viral for calling my son fine.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a baby. This is a child. Come on. Look at him. Look at him swinging his. You can't call no kid that. You can't. Anyone that's still swinging their legs, bro. You can't. What are we doing? This is a child.
This kid is iced out. I don't know. This is weird. This also has 767K likes with 52,000.
Bro, hit this smile.
Because, like, what do you mean?
That's crazy, though.
That you were born to be your son's lover and forced to be his mother. Saying that they were born to. Everyone has comments on. Surprisingly. What, bro? Just say handsome, gang. Bombastic side eye. Just put the handsome in the bag, please. Okay, now these next posts, these mothers are saying that they were born to be their son's lover.
Yeah, that fine. That's a weird word to use for your own kids. You know, it definitely, like they said is like handsome. You use terminology like that. But the fact that she just taking so many damn photos and pictures, man. You know, they're making these kids almost like divas. You know, where they feel like the attention's always got to be on them. And I don't think people, man, like, you know, when they're raising kids, they're almost like, they're kind of fucking them up by giving them all this attention. They're not letting kids be bored either. You know, it's almost like they got to always entertain them. And I was telling somebody about this. I'm like, man, you got to chill out, man. You don't want to be always like, you got to be doing something, because then, you know, I was telling them, I was like, man, a lot of the newer generation, when I'm dealing with them, they always get bored easy. And they feel they have that entitlement, you know, when you see them in jobs. It's not saying all, because you get some younger that understand the dynamics and they come in there, they kill it. But you do get some, man, that they feel like you almost there to entertain them. And then when you got to like sit down and, you know, you're doing your performance evaluations and stuff, man, they can't handle the criticism because they're just so used to like how this mom's doing, like have the camera on them, catering to them. So they're kind of fucking them up in a sense. You know, and then you can see this playing out when they get older and stuff, and they can't like sit their ass down at a job. They can't, you know, their attention span is short. They feel like they always got to be entertained. They always got to they're chasing excitement pretty much. So yeah, they're making them like the center of attention and stuff. And that's going to be bad, man. Cause them kids, that same kid, that mom is going to be like, she thinks that shit's cute now. Wait till they get into like junior high and high school. She gonna be like, man, I can't stand this motherfucker. He always wants some attention. So that's why I told you, man, people create their own hell sometimes. But yeah, you see how he's looking at the camera, like he said, swinging his legs, posing. That could be the same motherfucker stealing your keys and up in your purse. So yeah, they creating them monsters, man. They better stop that shit and let them kids be kids. Stop worrying about how cute they are. You better get his mind cute. Them grades better be cute.
For real, man. But yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna
But yeah, she had the ice on that little boy, man.
Yeah, that's a little too much, man. Look, but ain't no kid should be all iced out anyways, though. In my opinion, you setting them up for failure. But hey, man, I digress, bro. Let's see what else they gotta say.
But forced to be their mothers, which that just completely rubs me the wrong way because, like, what do you mean that you were born to be your son's lover and forced to be his mother?
Weird.
That makes it sound like you'd rather be his girlfriend rather than his mother. Born to be your lover, forced to be your mother. And the caption says, words can't describe how much I love you, Hayden. And
this is so incestuous. What the fuck?
how I am so proud to be your mother. At Hayden. Fire emoji, fire emoji. We share tons of memories together. And sometimes I wish I was your lover. My fault for making you attractive. Now,
okay, all right. Come on, man. What are we doing?
Now this is crazy. This is overstepping that line.
Her
overstepping that line. Man. Actually, you know what? The line was stepped over ages
point.
ago. And you can tell this woman just got chewed up in the comment section. 18,000 comments and 33,000 likes.
Yeah.
That like to comment ratio is wild. My fault for making you attractive. Just call your son handsome, man. Born to be your lover, and she's kissing him on the lips. Forced to be your mother.
I gotta pause it.
Yeah, this video is complete.
See, and this is the type of shit, right? That actually gets the kids like clown as well too, man.
Oh yeah, now they bringing that attention to. But man, I'm telling you, they don't care. They ain't thinking about the kid and all this. They're using the kid like, because since they in that weird dynamic, is like, let me act like I love my child, but I'm gonna find a way to bring the attention to myself. That's what I'm saying, man. They addicted, like you said it, man. Dopamines, man. They addicted to attention, man. So you know they can't get it from like a talent, being creative or something like that. So it's like, man, how do I get this attention? So now they're doing that weird shit. So now, like you said, now they're getting their sons beat up. So, this motherfucker getting teased at school. So it's like, thanks, mom. God damn. You sit your ass down. Can you go get a man? God damn. I'll put my mom ass on eHarmony. I'll be like, look, we filling out this fucking profile so you can get a man, so you get off my back. I'll be one of them little kids. You know how they can like divorce their parents? Like, yeah, I'm out. Fuck that. I couldn't deal with it. I'm like, mom ain't. I'll be at the court. Like, she can't get no dick. She's taking out all that frustration out on me. So some of y'all gotta come knock this down.
I know, right? So somebody gotta clap the cheeks, man.
Yeah, I'll be like, man, look, you gonna get on 90 Day Fiance. If we can't get you popping on eHarmony, one of these apps, you gotta just get a dude with a green card. You gotta take that risk. One of them Nigerian cats, hey, they'll blow her back out till they hit that time frame where they're like legal, they're citizens now. Yeah, they'll be like, hey, shit, well, I'll come.
For real. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna continue.
Completely weird. It's especially bad when you're kissing your son on the lips. Like, the last post was bad, right? But her kissing her son on the lips when this man is like, he's not grown. He doesn't look like he's grown, but he looks like he's maybe about 14, maybe even 15.
Terrible.
I bet that's too old of an age to be kissing your son on the lips.
Definitely.
And the post saying born to be your lover, forced to be your mother makes it sound like there's something weird going on.
Like, okay.
We'll skip forward.
On TikTok, kissing her son on the lips, and her son is like, he seems maybe like 17, 18. And a lot of people in the comment sections were calling her out for this.
Y'all see how much love you love mommy?
You love mommy? You too old to be calling your mother mommy, bro. Mommy? Hell nah, bro.
Yeah, Ross, like this is crazy though. And especially this little clip, man, it seems a little territorial, man.
Now, here's the thing. You can call your mother mummy. There's a difference. There's a difference between mummy, and mommy. I don't know. Is that maybe it's a Caribbean thing? But I feel like mummy is fine. But mommy is, that's gross.
What the fuck happened to mom?
That's my baby right there, y'all. But when I find out he got a girlfriend, No more kisses for him.
So you what? Are you playing the role? I told you it got worse, bro. I thought after people and they Haitian too. What's going on, my Zoes? My Zoes, you got an answer for this. Is this how Haitians move, bro? Is this how Haitians move? Nah, that's crazy.
That is my life, my heart.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's my baby, y'all.
He gonna have real problems, man. He gonna have real. I feel like problems with chicks in terms of like how he. Like, I feel like dudes who grow up with mothers that do them like this, they end up like turning their wives almost into their mothers as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
You really believe that?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I'm telling you, every dude that got like the mom oversteps that, they're a mama's boy, man. And women hate these dudes because like it's almost like the mom never leaves the picture. So the females, man, talk to some females that been with a mama's boy. They be like, I can't stand these niggas because, man, they're indecisive. You know, it's almost like they can't cut the umbilical cord. So there's nothing wrong with being close to a mom if the dynamics right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if they got their shit together. You know, that's another like person you could go to that has some knowledge and wisdom, and they should be unbiased. But these type of moms, she's almost going to try to chase the girl out the picture, overstepping them boundaries and stuff. And eventually, like, the females tap out, man, because it's just too overbearing. So it's like that show, man. I forgot the name of it. It was like the same show that be doing like the 90 Day Fiance, all those weird dynamics, but it was like mama's boys and shit. Yeah, and all the females on that show, they be like, fuck. Mom be all up in the house trying to run shit. And then they always clash because the two females like, oh, hell nah. So yeah, he had that look like he's going to be soft. So he's definitely always going to have issues. He's going to get steamrolled by females because that's the other dynamic. Because a lot of dudes that's like this, because I'm seeing it play out now, man, where a couple of people I know that come to mind where it's like their moms be like, man, why is he just such a sucker? Why is he let that girl just run all over him? I'm like, because y'all motherfucking made him like this. You know, I be throwing my shot like, man, because y'all be coddling homeboy. You know, cat always been soft. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They create the dynamic that they kind of hate down the line. And that's the part where I think they need to pause and get some male guidance. Like, I don't care if it's a friend, a brother, you know, somebody that where it's like, hey, man, you need to step back because you're going to make this dude soft and he's going to get ran over and he's going to be getting taken advantage of. So, yeah, they create those dynamics, but in their mind, they're like, I don't want to hear it. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to coddle him. And so, yeah, they fuck him up. They definitely do. So,
well, those are the type of men that actually grow up to be like male feminists, you know what I mean? Or the male version of being a feminist, you know, and, you know, be like, you know, all men ain't shit type of thing. And I mean, I've seen guys that are like that, and it's always been kind of weird.
I don't think it's all that, because usually those dudes are just pandering, man. They trying to sneak. Nah, these dudes become doormats. And, you know, like I think sometimes, man, if a female had a bad experience with the dad, bad breakup, it's almost like they overcorrect on the son. It's like, you know what? I can't stand your dad. He was a dog. He did this. I'm going to make my son the nicest motherfucker. I'm going to overlove him, you know? And they end up pushing him into that territory where it's just almost like I said, he can't function without his mom in his life when he becomes an adult. So instead of them making him a man where it's like, hey, you can still love your mom and understand like the dynamics of family and stuff, still be cool. They're almost like they stay dependent on that mom. Yeah. And so that's where when they get with a female, she's looking at her like, this motherfucker's soft. So like if a female, man, she don't like that dynamic, she's gonna like eventually leave. But like there's some females that they wouldn't mind that dynamic with that type of guy because they're like, I could control him and use him. So they're still gonna be getting pounded out by a masculine dude, but they're gonna use that guy for like the money and shit. So the mom's gonna be seeing this. Like, you need to leave that girl. She don't love you. He'd be like, no, mom, but I love her. She's my queen. She'd be like, man, why is this dude man, I'm telling you, man, I know some people like this, man, and they are soft, man. And it drives the moms crazy because they're like, why is he like this? I be the one that tell him, like, motherfucker, you did this.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how the dynamic plays. But yeah, them dudes be softed, because the mom don't want to see their kids get taken advantage of. But them dudes be getting finessed or like the divorce, they get took it. The mom don't want to see their own child go through it. They'll do it to another man, but they don't want to see that happening. So they're like, what? You need to leave. You need to do this to protect your money. That dude's like, no, I want her to have it. She's gonna come back, mom. She's like, this little pussy. You think I'll play it, man? Them dudes, those are the softest dudes on the planet. I'm telling you. Them motherfuckers is feast to these hoes out here. So when the women are stepping over these boundaries, oh yeah, they creating licks. They might as well just push these motherfuckers in divorce court. Just go sign them up. Like, hey, just take half his shit up right now before he gets married. Because they straight victims. I'm telling you.
Okay, I take a word on it.
Dog, I promise to God. Like, because I try to talk. Like I said, I lived in probably over 10 different states because my job and all that. I had to bounce around. Military, man. I've been with dudes from all walks of life, and I always kind of been in leadership roles where I had to talk to people about, they'll come to me about their problems. I'm like, man, just leave shorty, man. She using you. I can't do it. I love her. Them niggas be crying and shit. I'm like, God damn. Like, and then I'll see the dynamic with their mom, and I'll be like, oh, there we go.
You saying dudes like from the military crying like that, right?
Ah, grown men. Grown fucking men. I'm telling you, from high school to now, man, I kid you not, man. That's why I had to change my stance with a lot of like this like online shit. Cause man, dudes, we're the creators of our own problems for most of the shit.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes talk a lot of shit, but when you get some insight into those dynamics, motherfuckers is just soft, man, and they won't establish no boundaries. That's the reality, man. And a lot of it is just because they was kind of coddled, man.
Damn, okay. So basically, like everything kind of like clicked to you, right? About like the cultural and relationship dynamics just through experience, not like somebody taught you, but it's like you kind of saw that firsthand.
Man, I'm not even trying to exaggerate because, like I said, I ain't trying to be no coach. I don't want to talk to motherfuckers. That's where I'm at now. So I ain't trying to sell no courses. Man, you know me. I haven't activated like the monetization on my channel. Yeah. I just don't give a fuck about it. I don't want to talk to people. I like our dynamics. We just talk, man. Y'all want to support down the line, support it. You would never hear me say anything else about no Cash App, no shit like that. Yeah. But I talked to over thousands of guys just because, like I said, because of my dynamics, friends and shit. And it's just, yeah, this is what I just experienced, man. Just, trying to be a good friend, walk people through shit. Nah. Dudes are suckers. Like, nah, man, and I'm not even trying to be mean, man, because like I said, you'll sit there and you'll give them the feedback. But man, they get steamrolled, and it's because of like these dynamics, man, where they wasn't, like you said, how we raised, man. We had that divide of parents in, because even my mom wanted me to be a strong man. So even growing up, I thought my mom was like insensitive, because I probably only hugged my. So I was like, damn, man, my mom is just cold. But nah, she didn't want to over coddle me, man. And I don't think a lot of, moms do that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I had my dad too that was like rough, but yeah, my mom was just like, nah, you're not about to be a little punk, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna raise you like a man needs to be raised, man. And I just think that's becoming rarer and rarer, man. Like, yeah. And then I think, man, when you push guys over to that zone where you got these weird dynamics, your friends, it softens them up to the point where like you overcorrect it too much where they're going to get used. So that's where we see a lot of this stuff. Like, man, you look at, we talk about it all the time, like guys getting wiped out in court and they get with a female that doesn't like them. All this tricking shit now where I'm against. Guys defending tricking. well, it's not tricking if you got it. No, man, women, you should do this because you got dudes online talking about throw your girl $5,000 a month. So these are all dudes that were probably in this dynamic. Because in their mind, man, they feel like they got to do this stuff, but it's like, nah, it's some weird shit going on, man, where, but they get used, man. We see it playing out. Celebrities, all these dudes, man, like just dropping like dominoes because they emotional, man.
I'm just blessed, man, like with just the mentality of just not being a sucker. You know what I mean?
Oh,
if there's one thing I can thank God for besides being alive, is not being like one of those type of people. And I say it just like, man, out of pride, it's just like proven fact. I wasn't built for like all this like this sucker type of shit. And I think the parents that raised me, my parents, they made sure, man, like, if I had like an ounce of bitch in me, they would have whooped it out of me. So,
no, facts, man. Yeah, my mom could have stand like weak men. It's so bad. Like I said, when I started growing up and I started seeing the difference between like me and a lot of how I just maneuver, I told my mom, man, because my mom passed 2017, but man, we was talking. I was like, man, thank God for like not making me no soft male. And she was like, she broke it down to me. She was like, nah, she was like, I could have you out here like getting used and chewed up by the world. So she was like, nah, but that's what I'm saying. Man, when guys are not involved in their kid's life like that, and that's why I'm so hard on like, hey, man, like even if you get a divorce, I understand shit happens. But it's like, man, don't go and create a whole new family. Make sure you're in that kid's life. That way you can have influence, man, where, you could still balance out that dynamic. Because, if a kid gets pushed over to some of these moms, what they doing, them chicks gonna be feasting on these dudes. Like I said, they might as well just, time they meet one chick, they might as well give up that bank card because it's going down.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, if you got parents that gave you that like right balance, definitely go and tell them, man, you grateful for how they raised you, man. If you ain't no punk out here. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, man. Plenty of times I wish I could tell my mom right now, man, like how grateful I was, right? But she gone as well too, man. Since 2015. But my dad, I gave him big props, man. I was like, look, man, if it wasn't for you. You already know I won't even be around here, especially. But shout out to good parents, man. I can't say about goddamn people on the internet, but let's go ahead and we're gonna continue.
Like they end up with women that treat them like their sons instead of their husbands. He going for it though.
You got so big, Damon. I can't believe how big you don't got. I'm baby handsome, ain't he, y'all? He's so handsome.
Yeah, now this video is weird. At least she used the word handsome though, instead of calling her son fine. She would have been
we'll
like,
give a little bit of credit.
Fine. After kissing him on the lips, I would have been like, what the that's odd. That is odd. The caption of this video says, who else kisses their son on the lips? Damien will always be my baby. I don't care how old he gets. And then this comment says,
and why are you bringing this to the internet? Why? Whose validation are you seeking? Whose approval are you seeking?
Is never going to beat the allegations. And she liked the comment. How are you going to heart the comment? I don't think she knows that they're cooking on her with this comment. They're calling her a weirdo. I think he's too old to be kissing his mom on the lips. Way too old. I don't know. That's just me. I think it's weird. I think it's odd. I think it's disgusting.
Y'all let me know. Me personally, like I said, I don't do that with my children. My parents didn't do that with me. My wife doesn't do it with the kids. But like, I'll give it. Cultures are different. You feel me? Cultures are different. And so I'm not gonna like just say, oh, nah, it can never be okay. But
are you serious right now, bro?
Anything past the age of 4 to 6, there is no excuse he can give me. I don't care what your culture is.
Gotcha.
What age do you think?
Real quick, hit pause, because I know you're about to jump to another section. But before the sad thing is, man, like it almost, I think, honestly, some of these parents, man, they want to stunt their kids' development and growth. Because, when you're just overly, like at that boy's age, when he was with his mom, like I said, man, you could still show love in different ways, man, by being a good parent. But it's just like, man, you got to kind of start pushing them out the nest. Not saying you got to throw them out your house and shit, but it's just like, man, you got to start prepping them for the real world. And I think sometimes, man, some of them parents, man, because they might not have no friends or, you know, like any relevance in their own life, like no hobbies or any outlets. It's almost like they attach to that kid, man, to the point where it's like, do I really want this motherfucker to leave? Because what would I do at this point? So that's what I'm saying. It's almost like they make that kid still like have to depend on them for everything, stay super close because that's their outlet for like entertainment and shit.
Well, I've talked to a few like Latino moms, right, about like their son husbands, and most of the response I usually get from them, let's just say like relationship dynamics, right? Because like some of these kids, man, I've seen them like how they grown, man, from like when they was like maybe like 12 years old, and now they're like, you know, in their like early 20s and stuff. But you know, as you grow, like you still have your own life to live. Unfortunately, some of these kids they didn't have like their fathers like in their lives. So the moms had to do the raising on their own. And most reasons why like moms, like some of the moms, they have these kids is because they wasn't really getting the love from their parents, and they wasn't getting the love from the people that they was in a relationship with. So not only they was making fucked up choices, but they was making bad decisions and bad intentions and creating their own like children in hopes that hey, like okay, one day their children will love them, give them the love that they didn't receive. But because of that, when they started to grow, remember they start to at a certain point, your son, your daughter, whoever is going to grow to be detached from you because now they're trying to discover their own lives. They're trying to live like by their own means, and a lot of these people, their parents, they're not ready for that. And so what they do is like they encourage their sons to take it slow when it comes to girls. Don't rush, don't get married, you know, too soon or whatever. Meanwhile, they try and live the best of their lives. So I've had these like type of conversations where I'm like, man, you know, no offense, but this is why like, you know, like some of the kids, man, like they're so feminine, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you raise them to depend on you. You don't want to like have another male figure to step in and actually like show them the light of how to be a man, you know, how to do manly things and how to stand for yourself when these altercations happen.
Yeah, because a lot of people, man, you'll be surprised, man. They grow up in a certain area, they stay stuck there. And then, like you said, it's like, man, if they don't really have like a plan or some type of upward trajectory, you know, they're just locked into that. You know, it's like life repeats itself, man. I forgot what I was watching one time, and it was like 3 generations of mothers and daughters, and all of them was like had babies early, was like living in trailers right by each other. So it was sad, man. But you know, that's when them parents just keep you locked in. So yeah, my son, man, when he graduated, you know, he was like trying to figure out what he wanted to do. Man, I put that cat in the National Guard. I was like, hey, you go to basic training, son. Like you just can't let people stay stagnant, man. And you can't, like you said, create that dependent mindset and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of parents play into that because, like I said, deep down there's some self-centeredness. I like what you were saying because really that's what it is. It's like, you know, I want my friend around. Motherfuckers hanging out. They just let the kids just kind of like be misguided in the house, and before you know it, 5 years pass. You know, this kid like damn near 28, 29, 30. So yeah, nah, you got to push about the nest, man. As hard as it might be, man, you can't let them be stagnant. Let them fuck up their life.
Oh shit, man! Like if I had children, man, like it wouldn't be hard at all. I'd be like, look, man.
No, it's not gonna be hard for you or somebody with a stable mindset. But yeah, you're talking about these parents, yeah.
Well, yeah. Of course, if you talking about like in that case,
yeah, they almost don't care until, like I said, when the kid starts hitting 30 and say he gets a chick pregnant, you know, like the one that had the little chain on. Get him a girl pregnant, and then now the mom's gotta watch the kid. Then she gonna be playing, oh, you ain't shit. I don't know why you ain't like this. Be like, oh, you don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Like, really, Mom?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's gonna formulate to the point where, like, when they got to deal with that person when that kid's an adult now, oh, they be hating it.
Oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, let me go ahead and
Yeah, we'll jump into.
This mom right here, teaching my son to cook so he can cook for himself, for others, maybe your daughter or your son, and they can all eat.
Damn, why she looking like that?
Wait, okay. Teach my son to cook so he can cook for himself. That seems pretty legit. For others, maybe your daughter, okay, or your son, and then
Or your son.
maybe your daughter or your son.
It says maybe your daughter or your son.
Look, man. Hey, look. No homo, but I'm not cooking for no man.
she opened it. She opened everything.
Right.
Yeah, she left that door open. She was like, "Hey, man, it could all go down." Yeah, she.
Okay. Hey,
And look at it. Look, man, you don't see that look in her face.
Let me continue and then see like if she's gonna look back or something. I don't know.
Appetite. And this sounds.
Now go back to the video because watch, man, when it starts panning out.
Yeah, for sure. And one second, Jerk. Getting like a phone call. Hold on.
For others, maybe your daughter or your son, and they can all eat. Bon appetit. And this sounds way better because it's not hating on his, and they to cook. They're on TikTok in a positive way. Like this mom right here, teaching my son to cook so he can cook for himself, for others, maybe your daughter or your son, and they can all eat. Bon appetit. And this sounds way better because it's not hating on his future girlfriend or future wife for literally just existing, you know, calling all boy moms who stare at them aimlessly because you can't believe this beautiful soul of a human is all yours until one day he falls in love with a woman who will never be as good as his mom. Lol. Bye. That's very weird. It sounds like you think that you're the best woman for your son. It sounds very odd. They'll even make posts like this, which these ones I just think they're disgusting. When my son's future girlfriend thinks she's his first kiss, you can already tell that she got cooked in the comment section of this video because she got 114 likes and 624 comments, which
you should have read some of them comments.
When you post something like this, you should be getting cooked online. That shows that we're in a good place in the world. The other stuff where
I'm not gonna lie, this dude's a bad commentator. You know, not YDR, but whoever the dude with the receding hairline, man, he gotta do better. Just step up his game a little bit. But I like the video references that he's showing. But yeah,
he do the good job on it. But yeah, he should have read some of the comments and stuff because that would have been interesting what people were saying on it. Because sometimes that'd be the hilarious part when you reading some of them comments.
Yeah, and like just like watching like some of these people like flaming because you know they be roasting.
But shout out to him bringing attention to this, man. Nah, because that's why I said some of these conversations we need to have. Because like I said, sometimes I think people are not trying to be bad. But it's just like, it's just like, look, you're doing damage because when people get older, and I know if they probably looked into their own surroundings, they could spot people that probably have that dynamic where people talk about like, hey, you know how y'all clown that guy over there because he can't function. This is what you're possibly doing. So, it's not like we're trying to dog moms out because, I think moms are critical for kids. But like I said, I think there's a balance. It's like, man, you don't need to overcorrect. There's a balance they need. It's not like you're making them a mean guy or something, but you don't want your kid to get used. That's the point of it. Because, if your kids say like all these moms, it's like if your son's out there and he's getting cleaned out by some woman, you're not going to want to see that. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to want to see him like getting taken advantage of. Now, you could teach him how to be a gentleman, but, you got to teach the other side how to prevent that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, let's go ahead. We're going to continue.
Moms were competing with their son's future girlfriend. It was pretty weird, like the cooking and all that stuff. But I think this is the weirdest because you're competing with his future girlfriend being like, oh, I was his first kiss. Is that supposed to be an accomplishment? That's just weird. Why are you bragging about that? I just don't understand. How did you pull out your phone?
And again, it means you're putting your kisses in the same category as a romantic kiss when you say that. Right, his girlfriend should still by his, like, from his point of view, be his first kiss. And so how are you kissing him to make him like, oh, well, technically my mommy's my first kiss?
This, type the caption, then hit post. There were 4 different times where you could have stopped, but you decide to keep on going. These boy moms are weird, dude. When your son thinks he's slick on Snap, thinks he's in love with her, but it's actually me on my fake account, because you can't play a player. Where is the joke in that? The joke is that you're playing your son, you're catfishing your son. How is that a joke? Do you want to be your son's future woman? Like, bro, what? How is this supposed to be a joke? This woman is fantasizing about catfishing her son just for the hell of it. When your son starts crying, but you and his dad.
But yeah, so that last woman, that's kind of how that documentary was. It was like the lady was just so bored with her life, because, you know, she didn't amount to shit. You know, that's when she started like, nah, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got to watch that documentary, man. Unknown Caller. It's on Netflix. Man, it was just wild. It was like, damn, man, your life must suck where you got to catfish your own child. And she had this like weird fetish for her daughter's boyfriend and shit. So that's what I'm saying, man. A lot of this stuff is just like, man, their life sucks. That's why they're latching on to their kid, man. That's why I'm like, man, you better make sure somebody got some relevance in their life. That's why I told you I like chicks that work, man. Because like they said, what's the verse in the Bible, man, where they're like, hey, the idle mind is the devil's playground, man. When these mugs ain't got too much going on, and, you know, they're hanging out with kids, they're goo goo gaga, they're doing that type of language, man. It's almost like they damn near start turning into a kid. I need you to step out this, have adult relationships, interactions, man. So you come home drained. You don't be trying to like over coddle the kids and shit. Nah.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, no, yeah. I want. So yeah. The next one says like when your son starts crying, but you and his daddy don't play that pussy shit. And all those acronyms. Sorry, son. Okay.
Daddy, don't play that. If you know, you know. Sorry, son. Okay, this one isn't even like just a boy mom. This is like just seems like a weird family. God forbid a baby cries. Like, is it soft for babies to cry now? Maybe I missed the latest patch notes.
She playing young boy? What the fuck? She's playing young boy. He starts to cry. She put on Chief Keef? Nah, man, you taking this shit way too far.
On the world, but like, I guess babies crying is just soft. Why are you crying when you just came out the womb 2 weeks ago? Why? Man up. You're soft. Babies are crying. Babies don't cry. Dogs don't bark. Grass isn't green. Forks aren't in the kitchen. And it's funny how she says, if you know, you know, when no one knows. I mean, let's just look at the comment section. This is why boys grow up to be men who can't regulate emotions.
Right.
That is facts. That's a whole topic for another video, but that is facts. Whole time he crying because y'all his parents. Mind y'all, baby's only form of communication is crying. Like, this is just a stupid post. It's such a stupid post. And this woman's trying to even argue back in the comment section. Bro, what? He is literally a baby. He's a toddler. Shut the F up. Why are you so hostile?
Wow.
And she's saying he's a toddler. Like, that's
she
not
gangster. That's what I'm talking about.
That's so crazy, dude.
Right.
Yeah, CPS, take her kids away. He's a baby. A 1-year-old is a baby crying for nothing, and I should baby him up. Girl, shut the F up. This woman's just an idiot. Like, her and her man, they're just idiots, dude. Explaining to my son that
look, I understand not overly babying a kid when they're fussing, especially if they're just being fussy. Like, there's nothing really wrong with them. They're just in a mood. I can understand not overly babying them, but
okay for his mother to be a
explain to my son that it's okay for his mother to be obsessed with him, and that the internet groupies are. Man, you set him up to get jumped by a couple of dudes, man. With that type of attitude. But okay. Let me just see what they got to say.
Obsessed with him, and that the internet groupies are haters. You can see it on his face. He does not want to do any of this. The way she's staring at him is just super odd. It seems like she's a little too obsessed. It's all in the eyes, man. And he's over there like,
even weirder when you can tell the guy doesn't want to be in the video. It makes the relationship seem even more suspect.
Get off me, mom. Like, you're weird. I'm glad he find you weird as frick and setting boundaries. Why he look uncomfortable?
Right.
It's giving you're in love with your son and not in a motherly way. Boy moms are never meeting the allegations.
Yeah.
Knew I found the man.
I knew I found the man of my dreams as soon as I looked into my son's.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yo, bro, like these people, they never cease to amaze me. Like, Jerry, look, I already know we'll never run out of content.
Hell nah, man. You gotta, like I said, man, you got a bunch of untalented people, man, that want to live through their kids and shit.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely a good example of like corrective bad behavior. Like that definitely needs to be corrected, regulated. Like, probably put it to like by law. Like, look, man, like none of these like moms should be like son husband these kids, man. It's just weird as hell.
But see, man, that's why, man, it is just so critical, man. Before you know, you just attach yourself to somebody, man. You gotta get in a mindset, man, and see. You gotta ask questions about kids, how you want to raise them, like parenting styles, man. I get it, man. Shit happens. People see just like the pretty exterior. It's just like, man, when you have kids with somebody, man, that's gonna impact your legacy, man. You have to take that shit serious, man. So that's why, like, I'm just like, man, you gotta pump the brakes, man. Try to do things the right way, man. You can't be in that dynamic as a guy, man, where you're just in infatuation, because that's what happens with a lot of guys. It's just like, man, once y'all end up at divorce because you're not compatible, you really ain't have nothing going on besides the like I said, superficial shit. Then once y'all split, man, you know, like this mom right here, she gonna be dressing your son up like her, making him hella soft. And you know, when you don't have like 50-50 custody, man, I think you get what, like 2 weekends a month or something like that. Them guys only are in the kid's life, so it's like, man, you're in that kid's life a fraction of the time. So it's just like, man, you don't have that much influence and shit. So it's just like, that's why you got to take this shit serious, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's see how this goes. But I agree with you.
That's just too much matching. You see what I'm saying? Too much coordination for a kid. This kid should have on some like dirty ass coveralls, playing outside in the grass, man. She should be having some grass stains. But look, man, she got them all too proper. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this could be the type of kid that like he get a little bit of dirt on him, he could be wigging out and shit. So like he gonna get picked on.
Right. You gonna have his little hand sanitizer bottle and everything. Like, no cooties.
My dreams as soon as I looked into my son's eyes. Your son is the man of your dreams. I don't know. That's just very strange.
Yeah, again, I don't believe in putting your children in positions or situations that makes them uncomfortable. Like I'm
But I will have to say, nice photo though, as in the photographer's perspective, you know.
already at a stage where like I respect my children's like autonomy to, I think, a pretty significant degree. But like, let's say, you know, my daughter walks over to me and, you know, I put her on my lap and, you know, she's just sitting there. If she's like, okay, I'm ready to get off now, I'm like, oh, you go do whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? Your body, your choice type shit. You know what I'm saying? You do. That's up to you.
You were dreaming about your son. Tell me you're a boy mom without telling me you're a boy mom.
Later, babe.
Okay, so remember that conversation that we had earlier where you was like, ain't no dad gonna be put up with this shit. So meet the dad, you know.
So that's okay. Yeah, I'm a little confused here. Okay. This the father.
Yeah. So that's the father.
Bye, I love you. See ya, brah.
And she's shaking like she
was twerking a little bit. That's all. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Yeah, this is disgusting.
And she wore these pants on purpose so that her booty would jiggle. This is nasty and foul on so many levels.
Bye, mommy.
This is disgusting. Hey kids, I have an idea.
The fact that dad is co-signing it, you know, like in a lot of these other videos, it's given a lot of single mom energy. Let's be real.
Yeah, so the dad, okay. I see what you were saying.
Yeah.
So you got one, man. You always gonna have a dude that's gotta go with the flow because he was soft. So we do gotta throw that in there. But
Right, right. I'm
Yeah,
not.
he just
I would have been cut that shit off. You know, the only man who should be touching like your mom's ass, is me. You know what I mean? My hands. Keep your hands to yourself, or I'm smacking you guys one by one. It ain't gonna be like in the cheeks or whatever. It's gonna be up here. You know.
But go back, was it looked like she was like jiggling a little bit. That's why I was like, man, was she twerking? I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's her husband. But yeah, like the whole family came in a row and ass is jiggling. That's yeah.
Your body, your choice type shit. You know what I'm saying? You do, that's up to you.
You were dreaming about your son. Tell me you're a boy mom without telling me you're a boy mom.
Tell me you're a boy mom while telling me. Yeah.
Later, babe.
Bye, I love you.
And she's shaking like she
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's
to
gross,
clean
man.
the
That's
stove on purpose, and she wore these pants.
It is, bro. And then what made it worse though at the end, then you have a much younger child doing that same shit.
yeah, it's like how many fucking kids y'all got?
At least like count like it was like 3 of them.
Yeah, it was like
Nasty and foul on so many levels.
Bye, mommy.
This is disgusting. Hey kids, I have an
And
idea.
the fact that dad is co-signing it, like in a lot of these other videos, it's given a lot of single mom energy. Let's be real. It's given a lot of
that father was soft.
replacing the BD with your son. But the fact that there's a husband there, that makes this shit 10 times.
Now I gotta ask you this question, because since you already have experience with like, certain soft type of men, but what if you were just there, like, again, what if it was just like a situation like you and your spouse, you're going over to these people's houses, and this, like I said, this is a friend that you know like for a while, for a long time, but you're not always there like to see the relationship dynamic. So you're out there seeing, the husband smacking his wife, showing some, public affection or whatever, and then you see like all these goddamn boys, these seeds that he created doing the same thing to the mom. Would it be something that like you would like kind of like pull your friend to the side and talk to him about that, or what? Or we just get up out of the house and just bounce?
man, fuck pulling somebody to the side. I'm making a scene, right? I'm like, man, what the fuck y'all doing? We're weird shit. Like, hey, man, I'm out. Like, y'all some fucking weirdos, man. What y'all doing up in this piece? Man, honestly, like, I'll get up and leave after I make it known that they some weirdos, so I'm definitely gonna be vocal about it.
Yeah.
But just to even go before, man, it's funny because you said that. People know who I am. So I think like, man, even when we were like looking at the Diddy video and shit, man, people do know they could do weird stuff by. So I think somebody like me, and they know they have those dynamics, they ain't even gonna invite to the house because they be like, this motherfucker gonna say something crazy. Because I'm just known for being a stand-up dude, man. I'm not trying to exaggerate it, but people know how I maneuver, man. I make it vocal and shit. So like I told you before, I was like, man, I really don't have too many like friends because the way I operate, man, like, if you kind of operate a certain way, and I know me and you was talking about it, you said your circle's going to be small, man. And at first I didn't kind of understand why it needs to be like that, but now I understand why, man, because like all these weird dynamics, like, for example, somebody ain't gonna have you at their house because they know how you gonna get down. You can be like, man, what the fuck is going on? So yeah, they wouldn't even have you over there, really, man. But yeah, if I was there, I'm gonna cause a scene.
Yeah, no, okay.
And they would never invite my black ass back over there. They'd be like, oh hell nah, don't bring that jerk over here, man. Don't bring some SJ over here. He gonna turn up. He gonna call us all weirdos and all kind of shit.
Oh yeah. Okay, no.
Yeah, because I'll call a motherfucker a punk quick. That's why I'm saying, like, motherfuckers, they stop calling me. Because after I try to be helpful. But you only got a little bit of time with me. Because after a while, man, I just can't stand, like, weakness or people that just ain't going to, like, actually take the solution, apply it to life. Mm-hmm. So I'm not the one that come crying to for an extended period of time. You get it, that shit's on a timeline. So after a while, I'll be like, motherfucker, you ain't gonna take this shit. You just gonna sit here and cry. Like, do I look like the motherfucker you need to cry to? Motherfucker, jump. Might well put up put up your disclosure side.
Oh yeah, man, shit. But look,
Yeah, so I'm not the one. But that's why I try not to. I tell people, I'm like, hey man, if you really don't want the truth, or you're not built for certain things, like, man, you need to find somebody that got a little more empathy, because I'm not that person. So I had to figure that by myself, because I tried to help people, but I'm like, I started to realize I'm like, I can't do it. And I'd be cussing them out and shit. And that probably does like more harm than good. So yeah, I'm not the one. That's why I tell people, they be like, hey man, can I run something by you? I'm like, let me warn you before you do this. You got 2 sessions. Then I need you to execute.
Now I want to have to create like a custom disclosure, man, exclusive for you, bro. Cause like, now you a mean motherfucker, bro. Nah, but I respect that, man. Cause I mean, sometimes, man, you gotta be like really like cutthroat, I mean, me, like, if I really care about the situation, I know I'm gonna say something. But if I semi-care, like only just for my own personal needs, and I ain't trying to see that, I'll just be out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
And we'll spend time like less. There's dudes, right, that I know, like, hey man, certain dudes, man, you can't bring. I would never bring that feminine fucking energy, right, around with my girl, or any of my other homies like that. And the thing is, like, if I see some bullshit like that, like, again, I tolerate certain things or whatever, especially like if you're like really close to me or whatever. And I know like people go through shit, right? So like, I understand what people are going through, but if it's like, if every day it's like you're just a straight bitch, for a guy, and you just complain about every other thing, like the family, the dog, whoever you want to complain about. After a while, you gotta understand, you gotta take accountability for your own actions.
Yeah.
Why people ain't trying to be around you like that,
But man. Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was saying I shouldn't be the one to try to tell you, but you should learn that type of shit. But some people don't have that type of discernment.
Well, man, you know what I just had to realize?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, people have solid individuals around them. Because I'm the type of person, man, say I come to you, man, you give me solid information, I'm going to take it, I'm going to go execute. It's just that simple. Life ain't that damn complex. We try to make it more complex. So when I'm giving people information, and I'm not even saying you got to take mine, man, find somebody solid around you. Mm-hmm. But, man, when you just don't want to do nothing, and, man, you just want to sit in a state of, like, depression, man, it's just... To me, man, it's like life itself is just a blessing, man. If you breathing, man, you got good bill of health, man, that you should be just thankful for that. So when I hear people just whining about first world problems, like, oh my God, it's like, shut up. Like, you weak motherfucker. So yeah, I just go off, man, because I'm just like, man, there's people living in mud huts, man. Because I've been around the world, man, just like I said, because of my job. I seen the worst of the worst, And when you go in these areas, man, I remember one of the first assignments the missions that I was on, man, I seen this kid drinking like water out of a mud puddle, and he was like filtering it with like he had one of those like rags and shit. Mm-hmm. So he was taking that to squeeze it. And I'm like, that shit just put stuff in perspective for me when I seen that, man. And I'm like, man, we be over here crying about basic shit. And these people, man, they got to drink water from like, these bad places, man. The area we was in on this mission, man, it was like, they was just piecing shit together with like I said, mud, metal pieces, plastic. And man, we'd be sitting in here crying like when a AC unit go down and shit. So man, it's just like when you see that stuff, you hear motherfuckers just crying about stuff. It's like, man, if you don't shut your dumb ass up, yeah. But also, it's just like, man, when you see like weird stuff like the scenario you gave, mm-hmm. It's just like, man, you got to check it, man. Because even going back to the Diddy stuff, it's like, man, sometimes you got people that be on that weirdo shit and they try to test you. So they're like, hey man, let's see what we can get away with these type of people. So that's why now I understand why I need to be over the top. It's like I shut shit down because I want them to know from the jump, like, yeah, we can't invite him back for the freak off. This nigga ain't putting on no baby oil. He shot this basic shit down. Yeah, he ain't with the fuckery. So he's yeah. And I want people to know that. That's why I told you I operate a certain way. So it's like a protection. When you kind of vocal about stuff, people understand. They're like, all right, he ain't that one. Cause yeah, that's how they start testing you, man. They be like, all right, let's do this stuff. And then if they don't say nothing, you know what? We gonna pull out some drinks and they're gonna give you the Bill Cosby drink. You're gonna be out there laid out like Little Rod talking about my ass sore.
Right. Man, let me show this quick video. I won't just pull it up.
Oh shit. My man said he gonna pivot.
Right. So of course no Diddy, right? But this was like a clip back then when Diddy was trying to try Nipsey, man. He tried to check him. And Nipsey, of course, he stood his ground. So of course, like, it was definitely like like no ass, like no, whatever to the ass or whatever for him. But let me go ahead and just play it real quick. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, for sure. All right. Oops. Okay, see, I got so many tabs open. Oh, there we go.
Smell on my own nature, all black,
Love that. Break.
We're gonna go back to the break.
I'm gonna clap all night.
Yeah, I would.
They said I wouldn't. Gotta avoid the copyright,
I crack you up.
And then of course, like like Nipsey telling like Lawrence to like clap. yeah. I just had to play that part because to me that shit was hella funny because I'm like, you checking like the wrong type of dude. But he definitely put Diddy in his place and was like, I clap wherever the fuck I want to clap. And then, because like, his girl was definitely solid with him, you know what I mean? And she already had respect for him. You making sure your girl is doing the opposite of what Diddy's trying to tell you not to do. Especially after he was mumbling like, oh, I wouldn't. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of these dudes, man, when they work under him or whatever, they're so scared of like not getting like a certain type of check or whatever. They will literally like, let him test them.
Yeah,
So,
no, people are always gonna test you with some weird shit, man. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah, I learned to be a little vocal so that way they can measure me. They know, like, yeah, I can't fuck with this this dude. He ain't down with the nonsense. And I'm telling you, that stuff keep you safe, man. So yeah, that's why I always tell people, man, just be stand up, man. Be who you need to be. You gonna find the group you need to rock with. Shout out to Bolo, man. He said, your vibe, track your tribe, man. So don't be scared to lose people, man. Cause that's why, like I said, you're gonna lose folks through that process, but it's like a protection mechanism. The people you lose, you're gonna be grateful down the line when you start seeing cause they're gonna circle back in the future.
Oh yeah.
And then you're gonna they're gonna always have a story like, yeah, man, this happened. It's always like a chaos. And you're like, damn, man, I hope it works out for you. They be like, well, what you been up to, man? Success, winning. So yeah, that's how the dynamics played out. So yeah, no, that's why you walk that tight line, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's good advice. All right, let's see. We got like a couple more minutes of this video.
Sounds more foul in my opinion.
And Dad, you're in it too. Y'all are all gonna slap my butt after I set up my phone on TikTok and start recording. All right, you guys ready? Let's go. That's weird, man.
Talk about me. Okay. So what you gonna do if your partner say, damn, your mama fine? Okay.
Wild conversation to have.
That's what you gonna do?
and she's like co-signing that shit and teaching. Oh, see, this is
Raising like kids to be a goddamn YN.
grooming your son to be a YN is crazy. And she happy about
This
it
is
too.
terrible. And I think the weirdest thing about this is how she's like encouraging this. She's encouraging her son to shoot other people just because they called his mom attractive. She's acting like this is cute. This isn't cute at all. This is disgusting. She's trying to make the next Lil RT. This woman is just creating a YN. And I think the weirdest thing is, why is she asking this question when he's this young? Like, I think it's weird in general to ask this question. I think it's very weird. But especially at this age, how old is this kid? Like,
Yeah,
7?
I feel like women like this, they had to have been abused as children. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it okay, but that's literally the only thing that makes me think, how does a chick end up raising her son like this? Don't do it.
Hold on.
Yeah, that's too close, man.
Yeah.
It looks like you're.
I'm like, hey man, like, mom, no offense, bro, but get your hard ass breath out of my face. Get your breath out of my nostrils like that. Come on.
Because even at that age, man, I couldn't even see myself like standing there being cool with that. I'm like, Mom, man, you drinking or something? Man, what's up with you? Like, man, let me go and get you some help. Like, yeah, I could just sit there like that.
Nah, I feel
But that's
you.
why I'm saying, like, you could tell, like, if they're standing like that, man, that's the norm, man.
Yeah.
But the first thing that pops in my head with these videos, man, like, I still got some smoke for the guys, man, because, man, if they're that emboldened, that means the dude can't be in those kids' life. Because, like, if I seen a video like this, it's World War III in them courtrooms. Yeah, I would have custody, because that's what I'm saying. As soon as I see a post or one of these things, I'll be like, yeah, like, let's go. How much you need? They'll be like, yeah, there's going to be 20 to fight this. I'm wiring that right now. Let's go. I need that custody right now. We got the evidence. Like, so for them to be that emboldened to be posting this like weird shit, yeah, them guys that must not have no kind of involvement. And that's the issue in a lot of these cases, man. That's why they run in rampant like this. Because I could have seen a woman that, like, with a guy that's kind of involved, except for that one dad that, like, had the whole family slapping the cheeks. That was weird. But for the most part, like, they would kind of stay in them boundaries and shit. Because they'd be like, yeah, nah, this dad, he'll go fight in the court. So guys do got to get more involved, man, to help prevent some of this nonsense.
I know, man. And yeah, this is total nonsense. Like, just look at the spacing of it. To me, like, I will feel like, I ain't gonna lie, man, I will feel like so weirded out, bro. And you could tell, like, I feel like the little boy himself feels uncomfortable. You know, I mean, like, you don't have to be like a certain type of age to not feel. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, all that lip to lip shit, like, that's
It's a weird dynamic, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why sometimes, man, when kids, you push them in a weird dynamic or they get touched, man, they end up hating certain genders and shit. People that reflect. So, you know, some like kids, they will kind of, if their parent is like weird like this, they'll end up either mimicking the behaviors or, man, they hate the parent, man. You know, they act out some certain things. Because even hate doing it, man. But going back to Diddy, man, him and his mom situation, but how he kind of acted out and all those like different acts and shit because he always felt powerless. That's why he was over the top with like trying to control everybody, screw everybody over. So that's what I'm saying, man. You can't play around when you're a parent, man, with these boundaries, man. It's kid, parent. That friendship shit, it can't come until like the kid has an understanding of like the parental relationship. Then you can move into being a friend and relaxing if your kid, you know, respects and has that discipline and stuff. But like this weird stuff, man, you're pushing your kid out of tolerance, possibly. Not to say all kids could be impacted, but man, I'm telling you, like if you're in leadership roles and you start doing these performance evaluations, these kids be melting down, you could kind of make the connections now. Because I'm seeing it play out in adults, and I'm like, damn, man, nobody ever told you about yourself? They be like, man, they be crushed, you know.
No, real
Can't
talk.
take no constructive feedback.
shoot, you give them like an ounce of it, man, they're gonna crumble. You're gonna have all kinds of excuses.
Yeah, and it don't even be bad. It'd be like, man, when you start seeing the entitlement, you be like, damn. I'm like, man, you know how many times I got cussed out? I'm like immune to it. Like I just had it so much throughout my life, and shout out to everybody that gave me some feedback, man. I'm appreciative of it. But man, when you're seeing like adults and they be fighting you tooth and nail, like they shit don't stink. This is like the first time they ever heard something. I'm like, damn, man, nobody never really gave you feedback, because some of them would tell you like, hey man, I never got feedback and stuff, and I'm like, man, you're like late 30s, like so it'd be crazy, man. But yeah, this is weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Go on, roll this. Let's see what she.
It looks like you're about to kiss him. Way too close to that
Too
little boy.
close.
Yo, take a few steps back,
close.
James Harden, step back.
You said you're hungry? Okay, let's go get something to eat. Oh, what do you mean? Why you take my pants off? Stop, man. Stop.
Yeah, this is the weirdest one.
Yet. What you mean you don't care if it's musty? Babe, fake as fake. Stop. What? Stop.
Your son is in your car and you're role playing as if someone, I hope it's not your son, is taking your pants off.
I'm sorry, I had to pause this real quick. When I first saw like a couple snippets of the video, it took me like at least like 2 days for me to but no, I'm sorry, not 2 days. It took me a couple hours, man, to get back to the video just to even try to like finish it, man, because honestly, bro, like it was so disgusting. And usually I watch like these YouTube videos from the beginning all the way to the end, unless if I'm really busy and doing something. But I had to take breaks periodically, man, because that shit was like, man, was just so poison. I couldn't stand it. That shit almost made me throw up. Especially that interaction right there, though. Anyway.
Yeah, nah, man. Like time, I don't know what she was like filming on. What was that? Like a TikTok video, probably.
Yeah, they're all TikTok stars.
So what do they do it like live, or it's just like a video they posted?
No, just videos that they post.
Oh, okay.
You could do it live, but
So I was about to say, if they do that shit live, man, right through that live, them cops should just be like, whoop whoop, ma'am, get out the car.
Right.
Get out the car with your musty shit. They need to be arrested on site, even if they just posted them. It's like, man, I don't know why people think this type of shit is funny.
Yeah, here's the thing. TikTok is not heavily regulated as of yet. So that's where you could just like do your coon foolery right over in TikTok. And that's why you see like a lot of these TikTok moms, like whenever they're doing something like really silly or really, really central and essential, what do you call it? In central and something like that, right? Around with your families. Like, you ain't gotta worry about that stuff like getting taken down anytime soon. Unless if like, you post like Kevin Samuels videos of him like, saying whatever, and then a group of women pretty much flag you, because that's what happened to me when I was doing the TikTok stuff for the first time.
They're shutting you down.
Yeah, they shut me down because I literally had like 30 million views though, right? And counting. But one woman was hating and got the whole shit shut down because she was obese, and Kevin Samuels, like, he's anti-obesity, so.
Now, Fatty be going on to, I seen him, like, he'll be on YouTube, but he'll talk to people on, like, TikTok and shit. We need to do that some days. I heard they be having some funny conversations. And it's like people would join and just be, like, going in on people.
Shoot, if we could, like, if there was a way to go live on TikTok, or I think you have to have a certain amount of followers. But I know him and Bruiser are good people to really talk to about that.
Oh, okay. Nah, but I mean, you go live on YouTube. It's just like, man, you're joining in on TikTok, however, like joining conversations. But you could like go live on YouTube and film that interaction.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I see people doing that.
All right, I gotta learn how to do that. That would be cool though. We could probably do something like that. But yeah, let me just go ahead and continue the video.
All right.
You're disgusting. This woman is weird. Even if your son is like super young and he can't comprehend what's going on, it's still a weird thing to do. And it's funny because a lot of people actually got on her head about this, and she made a response. And this might be top 10 worst responses on the internet, man.
Yeah. Y'all starting to irritate me with this video. I'm looking in the passenger seat at my imaginary boyfriend in my own world. My son's in his own world. I'm not talking to the child. I'm not touching the child. Y'all are doing too much.
How are people doing too much?
Why would you even do a skit? Who cares? Even if you thought he wasn't paying attention or listening. Yeah, nah, this is nasty, man. This is nasty.
As if your imaginary boyfriend is taking your pants off while you're in the front seat. While
what a weird context, too. What is this supposed to be? Like, I don't even get the skit. Let's say the kid wasn't even in there. Who is this for?
Is in the back. How are people doing too much? You're doing something sexual while your son is in the back seat. Who cares if he's in his own little world like that? It's still weird.
Chill. No, y'all are making this worse than what it is. Okay, if you watch the video, my son wasn't even. Y'all keep saying who touched.
She looked like she in her early 20s too, man. Yeah, which probably means based on how the kids sound, probably got pregnant real young.
He was in the back seat playing with his toys. I'm in the front seat. He's in his own world. I'm in my own world. Nobody is talking to the child. Nobody is even. Who? If you watch the video, didn't nobody touch the child.
It's like she can't even get a full sentence out. She knows she's in the wrong. She just doesn't want to accept the fact that what she did was.
And the kid's still in the room. Even in the response video, as she's talking about it, the kid's still in the room.
Kid, like my mom ain't shit. Y'all calm down.
Y'all must be trying. Y'all doing this for like views or something? Because ain't no way. Who touched the child? Who was talking to the child?
Is it clout chasing now to call something weird out? Yet she doesn't find what she did weird. Oh yeah, I'm gonna act sexual in the front seat.
Right.
You know, my imaginary boyfriend is taking off my pants while my son's in the back. You know?
How many videos have you seen, this chick, right? How many videos do you think she's seen of somebody else doing this? This is why it's weird and strange. When you're the only person or one of like the only people to do a thing, and then everybody's like, this is weird, it's probably weird.
Because you can tell I'm not even talking to him. I'm not even acknowledging that my son is responding to the things I'm saying. Because obviously, like I said, I'm in my own world. So y'all think I'm weird. I don't care if I think I'm weird. We're not friends. Okay?
Then why are you making this response video? If you don't care.
I'm directly looking up here. Y'all must be doing this on purpose. Because ain't no way.
Yeah.
Like y'all trying to irritate me. I do love my child. Of course I like my child. But you love kids. Yeah, he's fine.
And her son's just in the back. Kids? Her son is responding to her. So, I mean, like, who knows? The son might have picked up off of what she was doing. So, yeah, it's just weird, man.
Listen, your children are not your property, right? They're their own people. They're still kids, right? That you got to teach and guide and all of that. But yeah, there's so much weird shit just going on with this, whatever this phenomena is. It's just so strange. It's so bizarre. It's incestuous. It's inappropriate.
That was wrong for incestuous.
But y'all let me know what you think in the comment section down below, man. Thank you for watching, and until next time, peace out.
Yeah, that was definitely a weird ass video.
Mm-hmm. Racist grifter begging for money after ruining his life. Oh, okay. Oh shit!
So he was faking. He was on that pearly shit.
Right. So there's one video, right? That one of these times, like, man, we gotta get on. It's a Twitch streamer. I can't pronounce the name because she's Asian, right? But it's a girl that try to be like the stereotypical, like, I'm not gonna say the stereotypical hood booger or whatever, right? I don't even want to classify her like, you know, as black or whatever. But of course, on the internet, that's how like they gonna portray it as like, oh, this wanna be black ass person or whatever. I had to find a video, but that shit, man, is so cringing. But I definitely gotta make some time to get on her ass as well too, because I haven't got on like on any like Asian folks. You know, Paul.
So would she just be talking shit, or is she just acting like she's trying to be like hood?
Like she's trying to be hood, but it's more like, but it's always gonna be for content. You know what I mean? Because she started off like on the what's it called, on Drewski's Finding Love type of show, right? He's like,
okay, so she's on some
yeah,
kind of like comedy type shit.
Yeah,
we can review it. You know, I'm down to review anything, man.
Right. And I know the person who commentated, of course, was like YDR on that part. So I don't know. I just gotta find a video, or whatever, right? Because again, she gets banned on Twitch. And here's the thing: she was making $100,000 a month, but she got banned because she was shoplifting at a Target store and she was streaming it, and she was just being a nuisance anyway. So I guess TikTok got tired of her ass for doing that shit. So I mean, not TikTok, Twitch. You trying to find it?
No.
Yeah. But yeah, man. But yeah, anyways, man. With that being said, man, you know, we're gonna conclude with this reaction. And I don't think we need any final thoughts for that one, man. Just
hell no. Hey, start. If you a parent, man, stay in your lane, man. Your job is just to raise the kid. They ain't trying to put no weird dynamics, sort of. Because I mean, even with the videos, it's like, man, you don't want to put your kids in positions like I think you said it, man, where they could possibly get teased, man. Because it's like, man, when you do this stuff, it's on the internet. So when they start getting into high school, people go back and be like, damn, your mom was doing this? Man, your mom, you know, you a weirdo, you know? So it's like, man, when you get to high school, we all knew how rough those dynamics could be, man, if you ain't in certain crowds and shit. Not saying, man, you got to strive to be cool, but you don't want to go out your way to make it more motherfucking hard for your kid. So it's just like, man, I think when it's like, man, you can't be selfish no more. Everything can't be about you. You got to like fall back. Find some fucking hobbies, man. Don't stop trying to live through your kid. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Some sad stuff out here.
No, I feel you. Oh no, real quick, Jerk. I actually found a video too. So let me just pull up just real quick. Let's see. Where I go? Oops. Oh, do I have it? Shit. Oh, let me close this tab out. Close that tab out. There we go. Nina. Okay, her name is Nina Lynn. I'm just gonna play a snippet and we'll get on her ass like, you know, next time. But let me see.
I got a call from TMZ this morning, bro. We want your side of the story. I'm like, listen, man, I'm not even gonna argue with these little bitches. Like, it is what it is. You know,
these little bitches. You already apologized. So all it is, tough talk. I'm tough. I don't give a fuck. Shit is all cap. It's all a facade. You're trying to pretend like you're something you're not, which is what your entire brand is built on. Pretending that you are, of course, a black woman.
Yeah, well, and I'll stop it from here. So, but yeah, man. Other than that, man, everybody, thank you for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships Reckless Reviews, man, with your boy M3 and the Sophisticated Jerk.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Yep, and definitely tune in soon, man, for the Simple Wars, man, the 2025 one. So, we gotta get that cracking as well too. But all right, Jerk, man.
All right, man.
And everybody else, peace out. Later.
knowledge and relationships.